Welcome. My name is Rich. This is a laid-back Let's Play of Star Wars: The Old Republic. A little bit late today, I apologise. But we're back. After a small hiatus, a small break, last Friday I was not feeling well. Today, in this Let's Play, as with all the others, I will be taking it slow. I will be looking at the games, the stories that the game is trying to tell. Hold on a minute. Oh, good. Okay. The app didn't have the little red dot, meaning that it was actually connected to the server, but it does now. In today's stream, as with all the others, I will be looking at the stories that the game is trying to tell and talking about the moral and ethical positions that the dialogue options place me in, and also about things that I remember about the Star Wars lore, which is not a huge amount, I'll be honest. I'll talk about things that I noticed that I think are interesting or odd, like spaceships inside rooms that they could not have possibly have been able to get into, implying that they were built inside the room because the doors aren't big enough. Not had that happen recently. That was, I think the last time I saw that was on Nar Shaddaa, which was a while ago. But things like that. I will make snarky comments and jokes at the expense of the game. Usually, it has to be said, at the expense of the villains, because they make it very easy to do that. We have this guy to talk to, who will probably tell us to go back inside here, inside the droid manufacturing facility. I don't remember what that's about. This is a heroic, which apparently takes place in a full zone. Like, this is about half the size of this zone, roughly, but it's still a big zone for just a heroic to be happening inside of. A native speaker, what's that? The Republic has arrived on Balmorra, determined to end the Empire's occupation once and for all. Commander Madine has asked you for your help to obtain control of Balmorra's satellite defense system from the Empire. In order to do that, you'll need help from Ian Circus, a Hawkeye technician familiar with the satellite system. Ian Circus was last seen working for the Empire. Look for Circus at Camp Adjacent and speak with him. Over here. So that sounds like it's going to be a sequence of things. So in fact, what I think I'm probably going to do first is go and do that heroic. Because it's probably... Oh, hey. Crafting nodule. It's probably going to be the shortest... certainly the least story intensive thing. Heroics tend to vary. I realized as I said it that heroics, the difficulty tends to be variable. Sometimes they're quite difficult, sometimes they're relatively easy, and I don't know what it's going to be until I get there and actually start throwing down with the mobs. Oh hey, a crystal right on our path. Let's considerate of the crystal. So this was a bridge, but it's been busted up. And I'm not sure... Oh, hey. An artifact. Hypertech. Artifact. I'm not sure what the purpose of this bridge was. Just over... Because, like, was this crater here before? Or is this the crater of whatever destroyed the bridge? Seems unclear to me. I can't get back up that way. Oh well, never mind. It's not that important. Interesting. So they've got a drainage system built in, or well, a system of something. Maybe it is a power conduit or something. Built into the bridge. Although, maybe they cross over, but this is silver, this is sort of bronzy. This is silver, this is sort of bronzy. If they were to line up, if they were... So this is bronzy, and it would, if it were just going straight across, meet up with a silver sort of thingy. Whereas this silver thingy meets up with a bronze thingy over there. Now this is bent and is facing over that way rather than directly forwards. So maybe they crossed over when this was functioning. Maybe they crossed under the surface for some reason, because that's something you need to do if you're building roads, I guess. These are just strongs. Hopefully this heroic will be relatively easy. It would be a problem if they were... if the group was like 2 elites and 2 strongs, because that was the formation of the group of in the heroic area that gave us trouble on Tatooine. The Twin Sons gang? It was a name involving sons. Is it strong? Yeah, elite. Okay. That was the word I was looking for, but use strong instead, even though these guys are strong. Strong, elite. Elite. Yes, okay, good. There's a crafting node crystal over there, which I want to pick up before I take that exploration mission from the probe droid. Recon droid, okay, well, I mean, that's almost the same thing. It's the right sort of plan for a probe droid. It's just got the wrong shape bits. Probes. Probe droids in the films are sort of like round with an almost domed top, but this is square. Anyway. Oh, no dialogue. Okay. A jury-rigged Imperial power grid has been discovered in the ruins of Taken 4. Is that how that's supposed to be pronounced, do you imagine? Or is it maybe Taken? Anyway, in the northern Markaran wastes. The grid is tied to an inactive Imperial gun emplacement. By restoring power to this abandoned station, you could use the attached anti-aircraft platform to take down the scavenge one of the Imperial supply ships that frequent the area. These ships hold valuable cargo that could aid Republic initiatives in the Marakan Plains. You will need to activate all of the transformers to take control of the gun emplacement. Due to makeshift wiring, activating or deactivating a transformer also flips the status, active or inactive, of all connected transformers. Sort out the confused wiring and commandeer the anti-aircraft platform for the Republic. To use the gun emplacement for yourself, you'll need to activate all the transformers. Activating or deactivating a transformer. Also, that's just repeating the same information. Once you power the gun emplacement, use it to shoot down an Imperial supply ship for its bounty. I mean, okay. It seems like a puzzle quest. I'm technically capable of solving puzzles, in that it has historically happened occasionally for me. But I would never claim to be good at solving puzzles. That would simply be an untruth. Splendid. I'm getting gear drops, which is unusual. Now this, oh yeah, okay, I was going to say, this looks like toxic stuff, and indeed it is. What did we pick up there? No. Oh well. Toxic muck, okay. Luckily, damage over time effects don't interrupt interaction effects. That's nice. Oh yeah, this is the area where there was methane, wasn't there? So this probably doesn't smell great. Interestingly, in really smelly waste, what you think is the methane smelling bad is actually sulfur bonded with the methane. So, I mean, maybe this is also sulfurous methane. But I don't know. Okay. Oh, hey, I've got a new follower. Thank you. 4 Gathers is now following me on Twitch. I appreciate it. Thank you. What were these? Probe droids, right, yes. Bigger versions of the probe droid that we met. They gave us a quest at the beginning of the area. That's a champion. We might be able to manage, but it might be more than we can handle. Oh no, it's taking damage. Okay, we can probably manage. Nice. It's always cool when the abilities go off. Repeatedly when an ability has a double trigger, or sometimes more. Occasionally, I think I've seen triple triggers, which is cool. There we go. Oh, credits. I wonder why a hazmat droid was carrying over 1,000 credits. How many of those do I need to... I've done 5 of 8, and I've not done many defeat Imperial hazmat forces, so maybe, just in case the bonus objective disappears once the main objective is complete, maybe I should go and defeat some more Imperial forces. Oh yeah, that's what I was going to do. Heal Kaizen, because he's a bit scuffed up, isn't he? There we go. How's it going, chaps? I'm just thinking about a Tom Hardy song, Read Between the Lines, where one of the things that he lists as a thing that can have a secondary meaning if you can read between the lines. So he gives a bunch of examples during the song of things that, like, if I say I have a bad... if my relationship with my ex-girlfriend or my dad is complicated, what I really mean is it is just bad, for one example. Or that's literally the first example in the song. And then the next is something about attending a house party, I think. Anyway, he goes through all of this, and if an Australian guy says, he had to specify in the comments because people were confused. If an Australian guy says, "How are you, big fella?" it means he wants to fight you. And there's several others, like "Alright, legend," and "G'day, big wheels," "Alright, sunshine." So, like, what should on the face of it appear to be kind of a chummy, friendly greeting between men is actually an indicator that the person talking to you wants to have a fight. And I noticed after that one of the things that I say when I approach a group of enemies is "Hello, chaps," which is a very much British version of the same thing. So now I'm thinking about including, like, "Alright, legend," in and the other examples that Tom Hardy gives in his song into my lexicon. Just the only thing that's stopping me is I can't remember all of them, and also I think they sound better if said in an Australian accent, and I don't want to just slip into an Australian accent for no reason other than to make a reference. Or I would already be using unusual phrases. I don't want to further confuse listeners by making them wonder, well, why was that specifically said in an Australian accent? Because it's not really something you can look up, is it? If you're confused. Yeah. I thought, because he's like kind of glowing and the shape of him, his silhouette is... what's the opposite of a silhouette? Like, he's lighter than his surroundings. Anyway, his negative silhouette looked kind of like stuff sticking out, kind of jagged. And I was like, oh, is that a crafting node? But no, it's a dude. Maybe this Imperial Hazmat droid is fresh off the droid manufacture lines that are being operated on this planet. Thought I heard some kind of beastie from over there. Ooh. A champion. Right, legend. Oh, good. We're just about outside of that area of effect. It's not an orbital strike, I don't think, but it's some kind of called-in strike. Wow. Kaizen's getting... beaten the fuck up, isn't he? Jeez. Wonder whether... Oh no, I can't. I was going to say, I wonder whether I can use meditation and heal Kaizen whilst he's in the middle of this fight, but no. Can't use meditation whilst I'm in combat. That probably would be cheating a little bit. Splendid. Kaizen managed to not die. Huh, 4 bunks. No chest around. A little bit disappointing. But now I can meditate. And heal my lizard friend up. Lizardy boy. I don't know why I keep taking the Alpha Strike. I've got a hotkey that I can use to tell Kaizen to attack. Force of habit, I guess. You fool! You're using flames, but he is a Trandoshan. They are reptilian, and therefore they like heat. Probably not as much heat as a flame, to be fair. But I imagine, well, is Kaizen cold-blooded? Is he big enough to be exothermic? Probably not. Like big reptiles. Biggest reptile I can think of off the top of my head is crocodile, and they get longer and heavier than Kaizen. They don't do as much, like they're not as active, and that might just be because they are cold-blooded. But yes, crocodiles get bigger than Kaizen is, and they are, well, crocs and alligators, I imagine, and they are cold-blooded. So unless his suit is some kind of thermal suit, his biology is differing from examples of reptile biology that we have access to which we have access currently. This is one of them defensive guns, isn't it? This is just a scaled up version of the defensive gun emplacement that we shut down around here, isn't it? There was a couple close to one another, somewhere around here, I think, and then one further over. I don't remember what the silhouette looks like from above. I mean, this is fairly clear. That's not difficult to work out, but is there a silhouette here? No, I think those are bulwarks. There's like building footprints, I think, but there isn't the same kind of obvious, turret barrels, gun in place. And in fact, here you can see the little stabilizing bits off the the corners as well. There, like that. One of which I ran up. Okay, so at least these are fairly close together. Power transformer. Oh, there's a bunch of them. That switched off all of them. Okay. That switched on 2. How many of these do I need? Was it 4? I hope it's just 4. Because if it's all of them, this is actually going to be quite difficult. I'm just guessing at this point. I don't know what the pattern is. I could probably look this up, actually. Although differentiating which power transformer is which on a guide is probably going to be a bit involved, isn't it? Ugh. Oh, it's Tracken, not Taken. Tracken 4. Although, did the quest not call it Taken, not Tracken? Did I misread it? Or was there an actual error in the text? Oh, hey, there's a crafting node over there. Ugh. Thought that was going to happen. Trying to avoid it by climbing on this metal bracing. Ah, here we are. Galactic archaeological find. Okay. Splendid. Now then. This power transformer quest. There's a whole bunch of them. Luckily, I don't think it seems like there are any enemies spawning in this area, so that people can just like run around without having to worry about getting into fights, which is nice. Let's see whether there's a simple and easy solution, a step-by-step guide. That I can just follow. Tracken 4's legacy. So there's a YouTube video that shows you how to do it, which I'm not going to watch on stream because that won't be fun. Okay, so there's a pretty involved explanation from like 9 years ago. But it doesn't seem as though it has changed since then. Like they haven't altered the solution. Okay, I didn't want to play Secret World Legends on stream because that is very heavy in puzzle solving and watching me squint at the solution on a device and then follow the instructions is not, I think, good stream entertainment. And so I will apply that logic here as well. So I won't attempt this on stream. I'll solve it off stream, and if you want to do it yourself, find a guide or find a video of someone doing it. Don't rely on me, basically. Stop setting me on fire. Is that just like the pools making a kind of noise? Do you suppose? Because I don't think there's anything else around that could be making that noise, or those noises. Splendid. The captain authorized me to give this to you. He's chomping at the bit for this intel. I'll tell him he has you to thank. Cool. Locked supply crate. Alien research. A locked crate filled with a variety of equipment and supplies useful to those researching advanced alien technologies. Hand these crates into Dr. Ogurob to strengthen your Alliance's research division. In doing so, you will receive a share of the contents as a reward. Nice. What's this? Ah, Bugtown. Go and talk to Ty Cordan. Okay. Oops, damn it. Straight in the muck. And again. I may as well have just flown right straight across. Might as well. Ooh. Hey, the white crystal. Pretty sure that this droid wasn't here before. So, did someone from... No, I was wondering whether someone from the opposite faction came along and killed it, but I have encountered Imperial side medical droids, and they've been green to me, so I couldn't attack them, and indeed they didn't try and attack me. And the only reason I noticed they were Imperial is because I rode up to one and tried to interact with it, and nothing happened, and I was like, hold on a minute. Oh, it's Imperial. So, an Imperial player can't have come and killed it to remove it, so maybe it just didn't load for some reason? Or maybe I didn't notice it at all. This is also a thing that could be the case. Let's do this. Ooh. Green crystals. Chat we're after is in one of these tents. In fact, that's him. Natho. Okay, that was the end. I thought he'd ask us to go in and free the devs, because inside here there's 4 lifts, and we've gone down 3 of the lift shafts, and down the last one is the research and development lab, where there are imprisoned lab techs continuing to do research, whilst Imperial guards stand around making them do it, basically. Enforcing it. And if you kill the guards, the lab techs run off. So I was thinking, hey, this seems like how things would go. You go in, kill the guards, free the lab techs. There'll probably be a mission which asks you to do that 5 times, I would expect. Or maybe some other odd number, like 3 or 4 or 8. The game doesn't use the standard like 5, 10, 15, 20 intervals for numbers of times it asks you to do a task in repetition, for the purposes of... Oh, that's up, isn't it? That's up on top of the cliffs. For the purposes of... Oh yeah, that's a chest. appearing to do enough to meet the requirements of the quest. Both, actually. Good point. Splendid. Ooh, he's got a stealth unit. If only I was stealthy. Placed that slightly wrong. Nice. Alright, let's zip over to the other one on the far west side. There's another one of those tracked troop transport thingies. I wonder what that noise is. Oh, is it that? What is that? Sonic transmitter. Sonic sabotage the sonic transmitters. Okay, there we go. Ooh. And they're friendly to us, which is convenient. Means that we don't have to dick about. Defeating enemies that we have tried to deliberately attract. And end up being counterintuitive. Or counterproductive. Finally, reprogram and an Okara droid shipment. Honestly, we could just accompany him around to sabotage loads of stuff. And that'd do a lot of good. Helping the Republic cause on the planet. Would have been better if I'd known about this second stage, signal for the extraction. I would have done that in a different order. I'd have done these and then come over to this one and then down for this. But oh well. Why did she appear to be doing interacting with the and that didn't get shot down because we shut down the guns. When she was when Guhe was interacting with this, which is waist height, she was doing it like it was at chin height. We saw the keyboard. It was at chin height. So she was like this. So did she like sit down before interacting with this broadcast terminal? Back up here. Okay. Just do this then, I guess. Because I think once we're done here, we're just shipping up back to Bugtown. Oh yes, I need to interact. So of course it's going to be me. What should I expect? No problem, my dude. Oh, right, I need to choose one of these identical things, don't I? Not that it's actually useful to me. The rating is too low. It's 100 too low. Alright. Oh, it wants me to go in here. Alright, let's go up to here, Bugtown first, then come back down for this. But before any of that, I want to go and harvest that crafting node. I don't think that those crystals are blue. Not in-game, not in the like in-game world. The tooltip may say blue, but I think they're silver. The others, at least, are recognisably green and red. So RGB colours. But the actual crystal that you visit in person in the game, that's too silver to be called blue, I think. Load up the saturation, but that's just me. There was a crafting node over there. We flew over it when we came in. There we are. Gonna have to fight these colocoids though. Oh, did it tunnel? Did it just bury itself briefly? That's weird. I thought it was going to stealth and then attack and come over and attack me, but it doesn't seem as though that's what it was doing. Okay, so this is recognizably red. Like, because it's lit, it looks a bit pink, but this is red. This is definitely red. And the green one is even more recognizably green. Oh, we need to be going over there. But the quickest way up is up these ramps, I think. Like, I did try crossing this and again getting up onto here, but it was actually kind of difficult. And I had to go around and up. So it would have been convoluted whichever way I did it. There's a crafting node down there. Aha. I ended up doing it this way anyway. Ooh. And another one. Lucky. So if I'm not mounted when I click to start the scan, Kaizen does it, and sometimes he has to run from wherever he is to me to then start. But if I'm on, well, if he's not here, basically, if I'm on this, or probably if I dismissed him and was without companion, I'm the one that does it. Okay, so this doesn't just start. Yeah, there's doors here and here that lead into other spaces inside this this model of construction in the game, but obviously in this instance they have closed off the two. You encounter a house, well, you encounter several houses, buildings like this on Ord Mantell if you're playing one of those two archetypes, the smuggler or the trooper. Well, I think the scoundrel or smuggler, sniper, sharpshooter. I don't remember which is which. Sharpshooter is definitely one of the classes rather than the archetype name. I don't remember whether scoundrel or smuggler. I think smuggler is the overarching, like the archetype name, which means scoundrel would be the class name. Anyway, if you're playing one of those, then you'll have encountered a building like this, but I don't think that this sort of building appears after that until now. It's not on Tatooine. You don't see a building like this on Tatooine. And other than that, the architecture of buildings on each of the planets that we've visited so far has not included this style. Anyway. Well, that's pessimistic. So they're collaborators, basically. These corporations are basically putting you and your new startup government over a barrel with their help. They can ask you for the moon, and you can't really deny them because they're too important. And that doesn't sit well with me, but I don't know what a good solution would be. And I don't think that the game is going to try it, to be honest. Which basically just means you'll need to destroy the droids. Like, there isn't any kind of timing system in the game where you could take too long destroying them and then they'd get the word out and the alert off. Oh, there we go, green. And this is very green. Like, the core here is pretty bright and not really very recognizable as a color, but the rest of it, that's very green. That's the easiest color to recognize. Another one. And the blue, you would be forgiven for thinking was silver or white, I think. Okay, so where are we going this time? Gorinth Canyon, okay. So I probably should have done this first. Okay. Maybe I could have guessed that we were almost done with the Marcaran Plains region. Are they just here for the mission? Or are they here for the crystal? They weren't making any moves towards the crystal, so I'm just going to assume that they were just here for the quest objective. Because it's bad manners, I think, if you are going for a node and are forced... Okay, so maybe that could be construed as blue. I think that the saturation needs improving to clearly mark it as blue, to recognize it. If you actually want, if it's blue crystals you want, well, I mean, it's not actually that difficult to work out that they're blue. You just have to read the description of the material when you pick it up, which I guess isn't much of an ask anyway. Where was I going? Right, it's bad manners, I think, to if you're going for a node but get ambushed by or just waylaid by enemies, and then someone comes in whilst you're fighting and takes that node, that's bad manners on their part. Or like, yeah, if you see someone next to a node having a fight and then just swoop in whilst the mobs are distracted with that fight to get that node, that's bad manners. Like, you should wait until they're done with the fight if you're not interested in helping, and see whether they're going to go for the node, and if they don't, oops, then get it. Or a chest, if it's out in the open world, or some other resource that's collectible by anyone. Oh, there was an archaeology node that I didn't notice. It's a weird shape of droid. Well, the top seems a bit weird to me. Wonder what this is about. This loop. Is it necessary to follow it? No. Oh, it's just telling you to go around like that. Okay. Well, it's not necessary. Take a shortcut. Cool. Kaizen appears to have been set on plasma fire, which is it's got to be deeply unpleasant as an experience. 0 out of 10 would not recommend. But he's bearing with it stoically. Good for him. This is also a structure that's similar to one on Ord Mantell, but there's panels in here with smaller doors, so that it's not just big open arches like this. In all of the... It's like a military headquarters building on Ord Mantell. In all of these spaces, there's like smaller... There's panels in with smaller doors that are just like ordinary door shapes. And then this is sealed off. But there's another... Yeah, this arrangement of rooms, this is used several times on Ord Mantell, basically, is where I'm going with this. But this arrangement is new. So that's nice. Bit of variation. Oh hey, bonus objective. Defeat 25 Imperial forces. I didn't notice it ticking up. Is there going to be enough of them in this space? Probably. No, maybe not. I probably should have killed my way in the long way around, outside. Well, there's only 10 more. There might be. This is 4. I just need 6 more. Don't want to start this conversation. Don't have enough guards to make up the Imperial forces defeated. Gonna have to go outside. Although I suppose it's possible that this is only whilst you're inside, in the phase, and the last 6 are the people in that last room. No, we've still got it as an objective whilst we're out here. Probably, yeah, probably would have been better to kill my way around. Oh yeah, that's ticked up. Okay. To have enough enemies to meet the requirements of the objective, you need to kill your way around this loop rather than sneak in by climbing a hill. Like some kind of conflict avoiding weirdo. Cool. Done the bonus objective. Just in time for this group of mobs to respawn. Means that these will have respawned. Although the ones inside won't, because they're in a group phase. They're in a phase, so they're not. That's going to save my progress as it was. Mobs don't respawn inside of phases, thankfully. Correct. Claiming victory already. He was waving his gun around, uncertain who to shoot. Wasted his time. Splendid. Wonder why his last act to strike at us was supposed to be. Ah, that's his last strike against us. We've already been in there a bunch. Nothing will stop me. Correct. So we weren't quite done with the Makaran Plains. The Makaran area. I just keep thinking Maraca. I know that's not right. The Moroccan Plains. Let's zoom on over. Ooh, but first, this archaeology node. Galactic archaeology. A lot of crystals in galactic archaeology. A lot of crystals in all archaeology, apparently. At least this tier of archaeology, this stage. I understand, of course, that this is a gamified version of archaeology, where what you get from it isn't priceless historical context for the past, but usable crafting materials. And for crafting nodes like this that you can access relatively early on. You need to get materials that you can use in recipes early on. This one. Rescue enslaved researchers 3 is a bonus objective, so it's not like it's the primary objective. That's a long way down. Wouldn't want to jump. That probably hurt. Don't remember what orientation the lower floor is, the R&D floor. It's probably not that way. I think we can assume that much. It might be this way. Oh no, it's this way, okay. Cool. That's 3 researchers, or 2 researchers freed. Let's go and find a third. Because I'm imagining if I just go up here and then left, we're going to get to where the Hawkeyes are, and that we'll do that and it'll complete and we'll lose the bonus objective. So let's do the bonus first. As is standard by now for me. Yep, good. Someone else has just barreled through here. But it's in a phase, so we don't have to worry about someone else doing the bit before we get there. Are they all Twi'leks? All the Hawkeyes are Twi'leks. There we go. Is there anyone hiding around in here I suppose if someone turns up, they'll just come in through the door, won't they? Oh, you're a rookie. Good home. So no one turned up. Oh, hey. There's more. There's a production line down there. Just zipping past. Oh, there's even more. Wow. Hey. That place goes on for a while down there, doesn't it? Yeah. Anyway. I'm surprised that's still there. Maybe it's because it's... maybe it isn't. Because usually if there's a droid that you can scavenge with the appropriate crafting skill, it will say that you need that an X number of crafting skill to scavenge it. But this doesn't. But it's still there, hanging on without despawning. So I am confused. This would be a great time for in-game elevator music, wouldn't it? Bum 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 bum. Bum, bum, bum. Ooh, a Star Wars elevator music. That will be maximum funny. What's Kaizen doing? Is he stuck on the lift? Did he not get off? Come on, Kaizen. Oh, there he is. There he is. Wait, he spawned and then... What are you doing, Kaizen? Go on, get in there. Hey. Crafting node has respawned. Splendid. This one's a hypertech archaeological find. Splendid. Back to Bugtown. So in fact, might as well just do that. This is where we need to be. Would be better with colocoids to hunt. Well, they're out there. I mean, go get them if you want, I suppose. We gain more this way. Cool. I can do that. It doesn't matter what I choose because neither of them are things that I want. Can I mount up in here? No, I can't. All right. That would have been a fairly easy thing to guess, I imagine. These aren't better. He just sells gloves, apparently. All right. Well, specialty goods. I mean, fair enough. Clues in the name. Guess I just didn't realise how specialty. How niche. Let's just head down in this one, I guess. Wow, that looks really weird when you're flying over it from a distance. It's like it was full of lightning or something. Is this a city? Really? Oh no. Wrong area. I think this is the city. No, Sobrik. This is the city. Okay, never mind. Never mind me. I'm getting my guesses wrong. What was in the way? Bits of rock. Okay. Ched. I missed what he actually found. Oh, snipers. Okay, there we go. Snipers are a big deal. Yeah, that's a shame. I don't care. Take better care of yourself in the future, friend. Revenge is not more important than sleep. One of his sentences was absurdly expressive for just a few syllables. Who's Sheed? Ah, this is Sheed. Well, if you're looking for a team, I'm a one-person army. Droids need to show respect. But droid seems upset. So I'm just going to a road to remove an Imperial patrol. Wouldn't it be better to get me to just do the thing? Do the whole thing. And you won't need to worry about... Hey, cool. Oh, they're just gone. If you get me to do the whole thing, you won't need to worry about sending a team. I am the team. Got a heroic over here. Splendid. Have I got any stuff that I need to sell? No. I'm a bit tired. I think that is affecting my memory and my ability to focus. Did a Jedi Master sell you out previously? Is that what you're getting at? That really sucks. But it's on your neighbours. More than anyone else. Oh. Nuts. I mean, I want to help him get revenge. He's got shitty neighbours. I wonder how it would have gone if I'd said revenge isn't the way. Ah, it's all over here. Interesting. I mean, we've got go into these places, but all the quests we just got then are their heroics as well. Right. Let's go. Red crystal. Can't quite catch all of them. So let's just go with some. These are obviously an objective. I thought that his group included this Imperial raid droid, but I wasn't sure. I don't know what his group would have comprised of otherwise. Maybe stealthed enemies? I don't know. Could be anything. Could be grapefruits. I don't know. The game may decide to make a left turn. I'm not going to try and second guess the game. Blockade Captain, no more. He is an ex-blockade captain. Haha. Don't know how you're supposed to get up there. There we go. Job's a good one. Ooh, a crystal. Ooh. another crystal. If anything, I would call this a purple crystal. If it's not silver, then it's really more purple than anything else. I just don't think that it looks blue. It's not good enough. Bioware, improve this. I'll review your game poorly. Ooh. They look like heckin' chonkers, don't they? They're having fun. I won't butt in. I love that its arms aim at the target that it's got selected, and Kaizen is like right up in its business. So it looks like nothing so much as it needs the loo to me. It's like, ooh, ooh. Or maybe it's like holding its groin because he's beating on it with an electro stick. Ooh, Oh, let's go, give it a go. Maybe I should take down the ads first. Well, they're not ads, this isn't a raid. Yeah, I probably should have taken down the other mobs first. We should have been able to manage that. Kaizen was on tank mode. Alright. I can definitely manage him if it's me and Kaizen versus him. There we go. Right, in you go, Kaizen. Probably should have applied the battle buffs before we started, but oh well. Here we are. Formidable sniper. Oh, he's an Imperial sniper captain, I suppose. Imagine that comes with some advantages. Yeah, we're doing way better this time. I don't know if Kaizen's winning the damage race, but even if they go down at almost the same time, we're still coming out ahead. Hey, welcome, nomads. We're just engaged in a real tough fight against an Imperial sniper captain. Kaizen is struggling badly. But I think we're going to come out ahead. There we go. And we even got a piece of gear that's an improvement for us. Kaizen needs healing. One of the devs for WoW SPP is testing updates with 9 bots. Oh, cool. What are they doing with 9 bots? That's a lot. That's more than a dungeon crew. Is it small raid or something, or is it just like... You can't even form groups, ordinary groups with 9 players, can you? You're limited to 5 people, aren't you, in normal groups. I wonder what the point of this is. Is it just like for lookouts to stand on? Is it like just a defensive thing? Can handle these, I think. I think we have done that. Send you the dev link on Discord. Oh, cool, thank you. It's 9 bots divided into 9 clients, therefore 9 individual screens, not all grouped up. However, they do group up with bots within a short range. Ah, okay, that's what you meant. I thought it was a test of like 9 bots in one group somehow. And thus I was confused. Oh, hey! Hey, Milky. Stop in and see how you were doing for a while. I'm okay. A little tired, so I'm not quite sure how the quality of this stream will compare with other streams. Didn't sleep very well last night. Because I was visiting my brother down in Bridgend, and we were... At the moment I see 2 in full groups. Oh, cool. My brother's well, they're probably close enough I could catch all 4 of them, all 3 of them. My brother's just got 1 room, so he was on a camp bed, and he was very kind and let me take his bed. Oof. They're hitting me quite hard. But it was an unfamiliar place, and so I didn't sleep terribly well. Unfortunately. And then I've travelled back since then on the train. Hurrah. crystals. I can't help but think that these look like nothing so much as massive quartz geodes. Well, not geodes, but growths. Didn't sleep great last night either, as it was my last night off before going back to work. Oh, that's a shame. So you've been back to work today then? What is it you're doing these days? Last time I knew anything about what you were intending to do for work was like 7 years ago. So things could very well have changed since the last time you said anything about what you wanted to do for work. I don't even know what's up here. I'm just curious. Maybe it's something useful. No. Oh well. Work for Toyota as a graft. Oh, cool. Okay, so Toyota was the place I think you mentioned last time we talked about work, so that hasn't changed, as it happens. I hope things are going well for you there. Let's see if I can... yes, okay, good. Managed to not just leap off this tall overlook. Yeah, let's take this guy out first. In case he comes back. Was one of the eggs in my baskets. It's going okay, to be fair, but they take their pound of flesh. Oof. We should hang out and talk at some point. I'm really bad at initiating conversations with friends. I'm very bad at... I just convince myself that my presence in other people's lives is bothering them, so I just keep quiet, and even if I'm thinking about someone, I don't initiate conversation. And also I feel like I'm bad at making conversation as well. And also, I have not really been that proud of the things that I have accomplished in the last few years. Because I haven't really felt like I've accomplished much. So there's nothing to feel proud of. So there's nothing to talk about myself. Time is the hardest thing to make, as life always keeps people busy. True. I wonder what it is about this small flappy boy that makes him so dangerous. This is a strong creature. Feral wing maw. I suppose it's strong, fast, venomous. Carries a disease. Ooh, who's this? Apprentice Lodell. Champion. I've done fuck all in the last few years, so I have come to the conclusion, fuck the system. Yeah, it'd be nice to fuck the system, it's just the system is all around us. We exist within the system. Which makes it a bit difficult to fuck it. I went to NQ64 in Liverpool on the weekend. It's a retro arcade bar. It was pretty good. Got the retro bug again. Oh, cool. So, like, arcades? Arcade machines? Let's have a go at this Apprentice Lowell. Okay, we're doing damage. More damage than they're dishing out, which is good. We'll be able to manage. Oh, hold on. NQ64 implies the N64. So presumably it's Nintendo 64 stuff, maybe? Is my guess. Yeah. Oh. No loot. I did get... Hold on. Did I get XP for that? Or is that just from discovering Camp Ravage? I think this was probably a quest objective for someone else, and I wasn't supposed to have a go at her. Yeah, man. Maybe 30 arcade machines and 4 console setups plus a bar. Nice. Yeah, they had GoldenEye on the N64 with 4 pads. Wow. Classic. Indeed it is. Never actually played it myself. I didn't have a console around the time the N64 was out. My first console was Xbox. But I am aware of the legendary status of GoldenEye. Hashtag Oddjob. Does Oddjob have a special attack, or is it just because he's smaller? Used to play a lot with friends years ago. You're calling me a heretic because I never played N64. That's alright. Everyone's a heretic to someone else. Still have an N64 and GoldenEye. It's just short. Harder to shoot. Yeah, that's what I thought it was. Some games have if the player character or choosable player characters are shorter, sometimes their hitboxes will also be shorter, and sometimes they'll be the same size as regular sized characters. So it can be a bit hit and miss with first person shooters, but sometimes if you're lucky and it's a cheesy game, as in it's a game you can cheese, once it'll have a playable character that's really small, and its hitbox will correspondingly be as small. Like there's Time Splitters 2 Future Perfect, or is it Time Splitters 3? It's Time Splitters Future Perfect, and I can't remember which number of Time Splitters it was, but it had a monkey playable character, not during the campaign of the game, but like the monkey in Time Splitters. Yes, I should have looked at the chat before talking about Time Splitters monkeys. It was ahead of its time. Yeah, exactly. We were on the same wavelength there. You clearly know what I was talking about. But speaking about playable characters in Time Splitters, there are other fun, great ones in Future Perfect. Like there was the Shoal, which was a whale and a bunch of other fish, and like a sort of rickety, skinny-limbed robot, I think. Time Splitters is just a great game, great series. Ow, stop it. Stop that. Ow. Cut that out. Shoot Kaizen, he's the tank. Ah. Great. Imperial Combat Droid champion level. Happened to be patrolling by. Thanks, game. That was a special little treat for me. I'm not even sure we would have been able to manage because of this ad deciding to join in, but then this fucker wandered by and was like, what's going on here? I'm going to end your day. Time Splitters is officially returning for real this time. Do you know on what consoles? And is it by the same people that originally did it, or is it just like the group that originally made Time Splitters was sold to another group who was sold to another group who are now like technically own the property but aren't the original creative team? Alright. I'll let you go for now. I'll come back to you because I don't want this loot to despawn. And that patrol is, well, probably not going to be an issue given that we've got less fighting to do here to deal with these two. Come on, take the stim. No, didn't mean to hit that. No, this guy's coming back. Okay, we managed to avoid pulling that patrol. Okay. Database access card. That's probably going to be handy. So, he's over there. This guy's here. I want revenge on you as well, you little shit. There we go. Not so tough now without your friends, are you? Oh, it's going to be a while, isn't he? Time Splitters is officially returning for real this time. A link in the chat. Thank you. I'm cautiously optimistic about upcoming Psychonauts 2. Because I really loved Psychonauts. Cool, we're coming out ahead in terms of damage. Kaizen is better off than the Sith Ravager. He's using a lot of evil force techniques. That's an odd placement of that. There we go. Did him in. Let's heal Kaizen. Use Time Splitters to be developed by original creators. Oh, splendid. Thank you for that link as well. I'll read it later. Here, a token of my appreciation. It's not much, but my brother would want you to have it. I want you to have it. Well, thank you. So where's that droid? Is it on his way back? Yes, it is. I don't want to jump into these guys, despite the fact that I could take them, because he's en route to come back. And now I'm wondering whether this group is going to start respawning by the time he comes back. That's my opinion on Chivalry 2. I don't have one, I'm afraid. Never played Chivalry. I can guess what it's probably about, given the name, but I'm not familiar with the title, I'm afraid. Go Kaizen. Yeah, we're definitely dealing with this combat droid, aren't we? Sometimes you run across champion guys out in the world, and they are just impossible to manage solo. Although usually they're pretty big, like taller than this. So I suppose a clue should be in the size of the Imperial combat droid to indicate, you know, don't actually need to worry about this. It's not going to one-shot you. Or, well, not one-shot. None of the big open-world bosses one-shot you, thankfully. But they do no-sell all of your attacks. Like, you'll start... Oh, hey, that was close. You'll start your rotation and go through all your attacks maybe a couple of times, and then you'll notice, oh, hold on, his health hasn't moved. And Kaizen's almost dead. Or my companion's almost dead. Maybe I should skedaddle. Still got more snipers. Alright, let's go and find the snipers, shall we? Hello, chaps. Stop that. Let's get out of here, Scoob. Well, we're not running away. We have other things to do. I wish I had a companion as charismatic as Scooby-Doo. Kaizen is the most interesting companion that my class has access to, in my opinion. I've unlocked a couple of companions. Tharan Cedrax is a sexist tech bro, and C2N2 doesn't have very many voice lines because he was never intended to be a story-carrying companion. He is the protocol droid that just comes with your ship, and it tickles me a little bit to... So, like, when you first get your ship and you find the protocol droid C2N2 on it, you can ask him whether he can fight, and he says no. He says he's definitely not for fighting. He's just for being a protocol droid and looking after the ship. Brave Sir Robin. Clop, clop. Yeah. C2N2, the protocol droid, claims not to be a fighter. And I think you can even say... You can even choose a dialogue option which has your character wonder out loud about equipping him with a blaster or two. And he's for a protocol droid, he sounds horrified by the concept. But you can still summon him and assign him as your companion for combat. And all of your companions can have healer, tank, or damage role. So you can make C2N2 a tank or a damager. A DPS. Despite what he was saying about not being for fighting. And that does amuse me. And if he had a story associated with him, I would choose him as my companion. Like, if he actually, had voice lines and stuff, but he doesn't, unfortunately. He's not... You can use him as a... He's entirely functional as a companion, but he's not more interesting than your available options for story-based companions. which is a bit of a shame because it's a bit of a missed opportunity, I think. I think it would be amusing to have him realize that he has a talent for it, maybe, or like maybe your character just plugs in another personality and you get like a warring personalities in the same droid sort of thing. So I'm not entirely sure who counts as a sniper. You would think... Oh, no, there we go. Level 35 sniper. Imperial Deadeye. I was going to say, you would think that someone called a Deadeye counts as a sniper, but given game logic, that's not necessarily the case. Thanks for pulling them out of my area of effect there, Kaizen. That was really helpful. Almost got all the snipers now, though. But we are done in this area now, so we can return. In fact, I think I'm probably just going to teleport out where... It's not teleporting. This serves the role of, like, the Hearthstone in WoW does, but what you're actually doing is... Oh, there isn't a shuttle node here. That's a shame. What you're doing, according to the rule, the in-game logic, is calling a shuttle, because this says shuttle has been dispatched. It could just become sentient. Deadeye just has an unfortunate nickname as he has a lazy eye. Oof. A little bit cruel. Oh, hey, another piece of gear that I can actually equip. That's nice. Thank you. Calling in the Brotherhood. Ian Sarkis, as promised. Just wanted to thank you again for getting the Hawkeyes out alive. They didn't deserve what Brazier tried to do to them. Glad to hear he's out of commission. By out of commission, he of course means dead. I'm sure the commander was steamed, but he'll get over it when we show him what we've been working on. Sending along a little preview of what we can do. Drugs, apparently. Fortitude stim. Let's take that. The Hawkeyes, who are like the group that handle... They're basically like sci-fi tech department. They handle the satellite network for the planet. So I'm not sure why they're in stims. And that's the same message again, but sent 12 minutes later for some reason. Oh yeah, I want to come down to here because there's a hand in here. Cruel World dungeon crawling, like in Fallout Brotherhood of Steel. You're going to be very unimpressed with me. I've not actually played any Fallout. Cool. Oh wow, we're getting lots of this stuff, aren't we? If only I knew who I was supposed to give it to. Hypertech. I'm not quite sure why this sort of dish with aerials on it is hypertech, but okay. I mean, I'm aware of stuff that happens in Fallout, and I know who the Brotherhood of Steel are in broad terms, but yeah, I've not actually played any. Start at the beginning. The older PC games have a charm that was lost along the way, but some of the console games are good, some are okay. I'm not sure that it's really my speed, like my style. I'm not that fond of first-person shooters. Really. And also, like, the part where you can aim your gun with a reticle like a normal first-person shooter, but then you have a chance of hitting or missing. I tried playing Mass Effect, the first Mass Effect, and it had the same thing where you can aim your gun like it was a real FPS, but then you have a chance of missing even though you've lined up your shot. And that and a few other things about the game just made me not want to play it. The old PC games are more like this. Yeah, I've seen gameplay of them. But also, a couple of years ago, I tried playing Diablo 2. I bought it cheap on... don't think I have a use for that, so I'll sell it. The unrestored Diablo 2, and it was because I'd enjoyed playing it years and years and years ago, a decade ago more. But when I tried playing it 2 years ago, it was physically painful because it was so low resolution, and it wasn't a smooth experience, and I didn't enjoy it. So I'm wary of trying games from like the 90s and the very early 2000s. Don't mind FPS games, not my favourite style, but some are really good. VR, Resident Evil 7. Fair enough. I mean, hey, I'm not trying to yuck anyone else's yum. I'm not trying to shit on your favourite games or like the things that you enjoy. I'm just trying to outline... I appreciate your recommendations. I'm just trying to outline in polite terms why I haven't tried those games thus far. Sounds like a bad situation. Hard to keep up with me in chat. Yeah, the chat would ordinarily be even further out of sync, but I clicked an option when I was setting up to stream to have like as recent chat as I can manage. So this is as fast as Twitch can manage to get me your chat messages. I loved Zork. It's a text-based game. I'm easily pleased. Fair enough. I think I haven't played any for a while, but I think I could probably still manage Duke Nukem 2 and Duke Nukem. But other than that, the most recent game that I would genuinely enjoy is probably Neverwinter Nights, the first one. Anti-vegetable weaponry. Yeah, destroying the soil is not a good idea, is it? Delay isn't too bad. It's quite on time. Cool. I mean, I did notice that, but we were in the middle of a conversation in the game, and I didn't want to talk over the game there. Why would... So the Empire dumped a load of pesticides in the area. Why would a vaccine help? Well, I suppose you can use... So, pests on crops are living organisms. So I suppose it's technically possible that a pesticide for those pests could be a disease that attacks the pests. However, if that's the case, why is it necessary? Why are human troops or humanoid troops being affected by the pesticides? Surely a pesticide that is laser targeted to the pests of the crops to be diseases for those diseases. Why would those affect humans or sapient humanoids? So yeah, I guess there could be a situation where you would want a vaccine to combat the pesticide, but I don't know how that would interact with troops. There are pesticides that are just nasty chemicals, and those do affect, anything with a respiratory system. But they're not the kind of thing that you would need a vaccine against. You would just wear protective gear. I mean, maybe some amount of this is solvable by we're in a super high-tech sci-fi setting, so maybe there's some kind of inoculation, again, like a temporary boost to your immune system or respiratory system or something that can stave off the effects of this pesticide, and he's just calling it a vaccine because he's dumbing down technical medical terms for the stupids. Resistant bugs biting people or contaminating food. Yeah. Well, I guess. But it wouldn't bring down... It wouldn't poison... He wouldn't have said poison the troops if it was attacking the food. He'd probably have said starved. So maybe it's bugs biting... carrying diseases, biting the troops. But even then, that would be envenoming, not poisoning. To be poisoned, you have to ingest something. Being bitten by something, by a creature that makes you feel ill, that's venom. Anyway, save the farmlands. Yeah, fair enough. Definitely a bad idea to just scorch the earth. I mean, scorched earth is already what the Empire did with... Oh yeah, already sold stuff. Scorched Earth is already basically what the Empire tried doing with the pesticides, so just repeating the same tactic doesn't strike me as a good idea. Command didn't send me. I've got no idea what's going on here. But I will help. I don't know that you can blame us for a sudden attack by Mandalorian mercenaries wiping out all of our escorts. That's not something you can plan for. Find a natural predator that is safe to be around and won't affect the land produce. How big are these bugs? Yeah, I could do. But now you're in the situation from The Simpsons where you've got pests, what was it, locusts, that they brought snakes in. Oh no, it was toads, I think. They brought in snakes to eat the toads, and then gorillas to eat the snakes. And then... what do we do about the gorillas? We just wait for the cold to kill them, I think it was. Ah, so he's a complete scumbag. Time for punishment then. Indeed, we are going to punish these Mandalorians. Bit of a shame, really, because Mandalorians in this game have been almost exclusively used as villains, but in the relatively recent CGI TV series set during the Clone Wars, the Mandalorians get a huge main lore update. Like, they get a lot of attention. Well, they certainly get a lot more than they had previously. Mandalorian was fire. Yeah, The Mandalorian. Still haven't gotten around to watching the second season, but the first one, definitely very good. And I will watch the second one at some point. Well, I've got a big chunky metal sword and a Trandoshan. Save Disney. Yeah, there's a fan theory that the Mandalorian series, what's the word I'm looking for? Retcons a bit of the prequel trilogy, a sequel trilogy. There's a YouTube video about it, where the guy goes through some deep lore and explains how stuff in the CGI Clone Wars series and in The Mandalorian implies that the stuff happening in The Mandalorian is on an alternate time stream where some characters made some slightly different decisions, and basically it rests on baby Grogu, baby Yoda. In the Mandalorian timeline, Grogu gets rescued, and in the sequel trilogy timeline he doesn't. And by showing that, by showing this alternate timeline, the guy in charge is basically saying we're retconning the events that led to some of the events that led to the sequel trilogy. Stims vendor, yeah, he's who I need to talk to. He's not got the stims that I want. What use are you? There's another vendor over here who probably does have the stims I want. Yes, there we go, splendid. So what are we doing? Oh, we need to go into this building. Which is down there. Okay, how do I get down? I mean, I can jump, but I want to find the technically correct way down so that I can get back up again. It's not going to be going down and round, is it? I think it might. Let's try another way. Maybe this will be a better way down. Who's having this conversation? I'm not near anyone that's friendly that I could be listening in on. Ooh, hey. Big crystal. I can't tell how you're intended to get down without going a long way out of your way. These are not the stims you're looking for. Correct. Oh, how did I miss this? This is probably a lift. This is the convenient way down. I'll put it down to me being tired and pretend that I don't make this kind of mistake frequently without being tired. Don't stand there, Kaizen. You're in the way. No, I don't want to talk to you, Kaizen. I want to talk to this guy. As though it's his fault. Absolutely. If you just look at the things that my character has accomplished according to the story of the game, I'm still frighteningly competent and effective. But if you look at all the things that my character does to get those things achieved, like all the hundreds, well, thousands by this point, of enemies that she has personally killed in combat, she's terrifying. I mean, how many planets has it been now? There was Tython, Coruscant. Wait, I've got a galaxy map. Tython, Coruscant, Taurus, Nar Tatooine. Did we do anything between Tatooine and Balmorra? It's 5 or 6 planets by this point. Plus stopping a Grand Moff. And by stopping I mean killing a Grand Moff. Yeah, no, we haven't visited any of these other places yet. We'll get there eventually. Seems a bit a bad idea to put all of your troops in one transport. That could backfire quite badly. So you need me to carry the weapon inside Sobrik, plug it in, and then use it to bring down the shields. I would almost imagine that just plugging in the weapon to Sobrik's power grid and then drawing that much juice might shut down the shield by itself. What could go wrong? What could go wrong indeed? Yeah. I would try and find a bunch of smaller ships, spread the force out across several transports, not just the big one, because yeah, that can get shot down and you'll lose most, if not all, of your fighting force. Beneath me, but okay. always entertained by the fact that the conversation, the dialogue options give you the ability to be the biggest asshole Jedi the galaxy has ever seen, but people will still continue looking to you for help and still giving you rewards for doing things, even if you're just an absolute enormous shit to everyone. Of course, I'm the kind of weirdo. You've got a Republic representative who is doing a lot of good on the planet right behind you. But maybe my legend hasn't spread this far. Oh well, that's fine. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I'm the kind of weirdo that doesn't like being mean to computer game characters. Because I put myself in a position where, well, what if they were real? How would I react if this were a real situation? And as such, I don't want to... as such, I imagine them to be real people who are giving genuine reactions. And so I don't want to be deliberately mean. No, why didn't that get used? Weird. Oops, wrong button. So the generators are not, in fact, inside the city. You would think that the city would have their generators built inside the city limits. That's why I thought I would be carrying whatever weapon it is. I can't remember the name of it. Inside the city, and then using just the one generator. But no, apparently all of the generators are outside the city, and also I need to siphon 3 of them. Como ve ese flow? I'm afraid I do not understand that sentence. But welcome, Classius. You would have liked to watch me play Red Dead. It got, well, a little Westworld. Hashtag Ed Harris. Sorry, I wouldn't have liked. Oh, right, okay. Well, as long as you're having fun, that's the main thing. All ways of playing the game are valid. We don't have to agree that they're good ways of approaching playing the game, but that's a matter of opinion. And civilized people can agree to disagree. You like westerns, but I learned quick. Bullets cost money. Indeed, they do. In real life and in games. Well, I mean, it's interesting that Red Dead puts a throttle on shooting by making bullets a bottleneck of expense. That's a really interesting way of approaching game design. Because it makes you really think about every shot you take. Hello, friend. What do you want me to do? Has a karma system that affects the storyline, which is a nice touch. Oh, wow, okay. A bunch of things, then. I don't know a huge amount about Red Dead, in fairness. I just know that it's a beautiful game, and the pathing of, like, horses and stuff is, or certainly was, very suspect. And so you could end up with, and also the ragdoll physics. So you could end up with characters getting killed by horses riding over them. So mostly what I know about Red Dead is the amusing flaws, or flaws that can occasionally be amusing. Quick Massacre. So Dacron goes around massacring people, being an enormous shit. Not the worst he's done. Let me guess, Dacron is here. GTA Wild West, yeah, loads of bugs and glitches in the early release. I remember, I think it was a tweet or a series of tweets where someone was suggesting it would be a good idea to hold office team meetings in Red Dead. So everyone who needed to be a part of the team meeting would bring their character in a multiplayer game to a log fire, like outside a camp, and if wolves or bandits happen to interrupt the meeting, well, we can deal with them and then come back to the meeting. So this is probably going to be a multi-stage quest then, like a chain of quests. Dacron sounds like a real bad dude. Sounds like he absolutely needs to get bagged or get capped or get rubbed out or whatever euphemism you want to use. I abused a gold bar glitch. Team meeting in Red Dead. That sounds awesome. Yeah, it was definitely an amusing idea. I don't know whether it actually got implemented even once, but yeah. I think the main thing was the sharing of the idea because it's amusing. Splendid. Got the thing. What else? Ah, a generator. Oh, hey. An archaeological find. I'm not sure why massive crystal growths count as archaeological finds. You would think that was a geological find, but there isn't a geology crafting skill or gathering skill in the game. It's just archaeology. So I guess archaeology is close enough for the purposes. I want to do the bonus because that gets me more rewards, and bonus objectives have a habit of disappearing once you've completed the main objective. So before I siphon the power off of that, I am actually going to go around and kill some more Imperials to meet the bonus objective requirements. What's this? A new headband. Splendid. Unfortunately, playing a Togruta means any head option any piece of headgear I put on just doesn't appear. It doesn't change the way that my character looks because she's already got a complicated head situation going on. Stuff. I could have played dominoes or poker as well. Cool. Peace out. It's bedtime. Got an early start. Stay classy. Take it easy. Cool. And you too. I'm glad that you came and hung out. I appreciate it. And I hope you sleep well and have as good a time at work as is possible tomorrow. But it was good to talk. And I shall attempt to overcome my mental blocks and talk to you more often. Where can I find more Imperials? Probably should have been killing them as I found them out in the surrounding. Oh, there we go. In the surroundings. I should have paid more attention to the quest objectives. Like the Terminator says, I'll be back. Keep streaming. Catch up again soon. Yeah, cool. I appreciate that you took the time to come and watch me. What are we on? We need 5 more. Here's 4. I just need 1 more. After these guys. For launching rockets at me, they're not actually doing very much, are they? You would think that their rocket-propelled grenades would be more effective, but they're not doing an equivalent amount of damage to me. But I mean, it would detract from the fun, I think, if weapons actually did the damage that they technically probably should do to you, rather than a gamified, you know, limited amount. Okay, now I can drain the power. Splendid. And run in here. Ooh, let's go and pick that up. There's probably a crystal in it. But it might be a piece of archaeotech. Oh, it's crystal. Yeah. It might have been a piece of like galactic history or tech, hypertech or archaeotech. But no. Oh, well, never mind. We're coming up on 3 hours, but I think I'm just gonna do this to finish off because we're here. hold on. We haven't done all Imperial forces. That's weird. Maybe... Hopefully there are Imperial forces in here. No, there aren't. Well, unless these count as Imperial forces. No, they don't. Ow! Stop that. So wait, where are Imperial forces that actually count as Imperial forces? Because I did kill 4 elsewhere. Apparently they didn't count. Oh, here we are. They've respawned. That's handy. These guys definitely should count. Yeah, there we go. But they didn't. This is really weird. Who counts as Imperial forces for the purposes of breaking the garrison? Come on. I think he counts. Yeah, he does. So I just need one more. And I'm glad that doing the siphoning here didn't complete the quest, I guess. Otherwise I would have lost out on the bonus objective, because I thought I had done enough. I thought I'd killed enough Imperials who counted as Imperials for the purposes of killing Imperials. I don't think these guys count, do they? Do you count? Your Imperial security troopers. No, you don't. Great. There was a generator near here somewhere, wasn't there? Over here? Yeah. Where the heck is the thing? Ah, here we are. You'll do. Splendid. Level 63 and objective complete. There's a chest there. Oh, they're going for the chest. Alright, oh, never mind. Nuts. Okay, well, we're at, well, slightly over 3 hours. What I'm going to do is I think I'm going to log out around here and leave the rest of the things for next time. Because I am, well, no, okay, let's do the thing in there in the phase, because I think that might just be the last of it. Interact with the console, and hopefully that will be the end of that quest. Like, maybe there'll be another stage to it, but I was already most of the way there before, so I'll finish that and then call it a night, I think. Oh, this is unrelated to breaking the shield around the city. I can't offer anything. I didn't mention favors. Oh no. That's outside my authority. This is no time for blackmail. Whoa, that's way worse. His family aren't collaborators. I can get to your family. Why isn't there a better option here? This is, I must agree. This is agreeing perhaps a bit more willingly. And this is a counter threat. None of these are good options. Why is agreeing to have the Jedi do less stopping soulless corporations being soulless assholes the good option here? Fuck it, I can't be bothered. How was the option words? I don't know how the conversation choice led to, hey, we'll have Jedi overseers. And I also don't know why he agreed, but it might just be that I'm tired, but I'm not convinced. I think that was a weird, bad lead-in conversation hint. Why will bits fall off? Okay. With that done, we can leave it. Well, I mean, I want to find somewhere that I can log my character out. Let's go to the cantina. And then next time I can just shuttle back to a significant location here in BD. So, that's it for today. I hope you've enjoyed. I'll be back on Wednesday. Maybe 8 PM, maybe 8:30. I don't know. I'm going to aim for 8. But my aim is not very good, it seems. Anyway, between now and then, I will put this up on my YouTube, Vanilla Jester Gaming. I also have a Twitter, @VanillaJester, where you can find me, and where I will post before I go live, and where I also occasionally post my thoughts when they occur to me. I hope this has been a good stream, a good experience. Thank you for watching. Thank you for choosing me to entertain you, and I hope that I have been entertaining. And I hope to see you again. Whether that's on Wednesday or not, that's fine. But until I do, I hope you have a nice time, and goodbye.